Hey there, this is Sal Holden from Abundant Heart Coaching, and welcome to today's presentation Thrive, Overcome Burnout, and Supercharge Your Life. It's super great to have you here, and I'm going to dive straight into it because I know that your time and my time is super precious. I have some fantastic content for you today, and I really want to optimize this time together so that you can get the greatest results in the best possible way. So, who this is for? This is for busy and dedicated women that care about being the best version of themselves. They know that if they are fatigued, stressed, and exhausted, that it's totally impacting every area of their life, from being a great mum and loving partner to impacting their career and mission or business. This stress is detracting from their overall joy, happiness, and enthusiasm for life. They know that having full health, passion, and energy is their superpower. So, if you absolutely want to have the energy, vibrancy, focus, and passion for life to be an amazing role model for your kids, be the best version of yourself, to keep growing your income and have an incredible intimate relationship, as well as long lasting, sustainable health, then this will be the best spent 45 minutes of your life. In the next 45 minutes, here's what we're going to cover. We're going to talk about living a full life as a mum, partner, and being successful in your career or business without the burnout, stress, and anxiety. Being able to work less hours and get more done in a way that you feel accomplished and fulfilled each day. Leading and positively influencing those around you, including your children, effectively and congruently, and being able to create vibrant health and clear minded thinking to be able to make those important decisions with absolute clarity, to be able to experience deep quality, restorative sleep and wake up with energy, bouncing out of bed with a passion and excitement for life. Increase your confidence and your self belief and have greater intimacy, libido, connection, and happiness in your intimate relationship, and spending more time with the people that you love and care about, having fun and laughing again. And I'm going to show you how you can do all of this. And my promise to you is that on this masterclass, I'm going to give you a step by step strategy to restore your long term health, passion, and energy. So you've absolutely got that lasting and sustainable energy to be the best version of yourself, to be an amazing mum, grow your income, have outstanding relationships, and feel excited about your life again. Now, I know that that might seem a little bit out of reach right now, just depending on where you're at. However, I've got clients that have already done that, and I'm going to show you the exact process that they're using to get those results. But before we do, let's just cover off quickly on what this is and isn't. This is not a quick fix magic bullet. It will take time, energy, dedication, and commitment to obtain and sustain. Neither my results or my clients' results are typical. My clients have been committed to the process and they've taken radical responsibility for their health and changed things for the better, even with an autoimmune or medical diagnosis. The people that you will hear about today are busy, successful women that value being the best version of themselves, and they know that their health is a priority in order to achieve this. They know that their health is absolutely paramount to being able to make confident decisions and have the energy to put behind their goals and create their dream life. Your health results or lack thereof are up to you. Before we jump into the 5 steps, let's just check in with you really quickly and see where you're currently at. Are you waking up with brain fog, feeling exhausted and dreading the day? Have you lost confidence in yourself and your decisions and think that you just need to be more organized and more motivated? Are you living in overwhelm and feeling that there's just not enough time? Have you personally found yourself socially withdrawing more and more and find yourself yelling at your kids? Do you procrastinate, get lost in the Facebook scroll hole, and feel that you just haven't got enough energy? Have you lost your libido and spark? Do you have restless, interrupted sleep patterns and feel tired but wired? And are you finding yourself reaching for sugar or high carb or high fat foods, especially at night? And are you experiencing digestive issues such as IBS, bloating, indigestion, and or reflux yet? And finally, do you feel like you're stuck on a hamster wheel, feel intense pressure, feel so responsible for everything and everyone, and yet have no idea how to get off that hamster wheel? But even deeper than that, do you feel like there's no way that you can keep going the way that you are? If any of that sounds like you, then I have good news. None of those things are the real problem. Those things are actually just the symptoms. The real problem is that you haven't made what I call the shifts. And we're going to talk about what those are in just a second. But just know this, once you make them, you will wake up each morning with a crystal clear mind and feel excited to get into your day with complete confidence. You'll trust yourself again and feel in alignment and inspired to take action in your life on the real projects that matter to you. Procrastination, doubt, fear, and worry are a thing of the past. You feel deeply connected and in love with your intimate partner, and you've noticed a whole new level of communication and intimacy emerge. You do more of the things that you love, spending time with your family, being out in nature, being creative, and you find that you're even more productive. You are naturally and powerfully influencing your children and loved ones in a truly positive way. But best of all, you love who you are again, and you treat yourself with the love, the care, and the respect that you absolutely deserve. Now, before we go too much further, let me just take 2 seconds and introduce myself so you know who I am and why this is so important for you. So, my name is Sally Holden, and I'm an intuitive life coach and kinesiologist that has worked with thousands of people over the last 12 years to help them restore their health, happiness, and well-being in order to thrive in their lives. I have international, national, and interstate clients, and my specialty is working with fatigue and burnout. I've personally invested over 270,000 in courses, education, and mentoring to truly understand the mind and the body connection, both from a scientific viewpoint and a metaphysical perspective. And I've been referred to by my clients as someone that people should go to when no one else can figure out what's going on with you. So let me just take a second and share with you how I discovered the 5 shifts. In 2015, I'd been running my business for 5 years. I was working so many hours and had finally reached some of my biggest goals in my business. I was being booked out 6 weeks in advance, and I'd finally hit my 6-figure income. And I was super pumped at the time. However, I'd been a single mum for the previous 7 years. And I was noticing that I was finding it harder and harder to motivate myself. I was previously highly driven and felt that I had things under control. But I was noticing by the time that I'd finish in my clinic each day, my eyes were so difficult to focus and my brain felt super foggy. I'd not been sleeping well at all. I was waking up at anything from 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. most mornings. And whilst I knew that that wasn't sustainable, I just honestly couldn't get back to sleep. Each day I was feeling more and more overwhelmed and anxious. I noticed that I was needing to nap at lunchtime just to get through my day. I no longer was feeling the same level of joy and excitement in my life that I'd previously felt. And I noticed that I was actually starting to feel numb and just this low level vibe. When my period was due, I experienced extreme anxiety with the hormonal drop. My digestive system was not functioning well. I'd also started to notice that I was not wanting to spend time with people, and I'd actually started to withdraw socially. I was so exhausted from the day-to-day running of my business and felt such a huge responsibility for the happiness and well-being of everyone around me, especially my girls. And I really just wanted to be by myself more and more because the pressure just felt so overwhelming. I'd noticed that I was feeling more and more anger and resentment at how much I felt that I had to do for everyone else each day. I was becoming short with my girls, and this was something that truly broke my heart, as it wasn't how I wanted to be when I was spending time with them. It was exhausting just getting through each day. I knew it wasn't sustainable, yet I had no idea how to change any of it. I was a single mum. I was juggling all the needs of my kids, and I couldn't stop work because I needed the money to provide for my kids, and it was a single income house. I couldn't even take time off for holidays because I was self employed, and being away from my business meant not getting paid. I knew something had to change. What was it that kept me in this loop? I wanted to know what made successful people successful, what made happy people happy, and what made healthy people healthy. I'd try a few things and it would improve for a bit, but then things would quickly go back to the way that they were. I tried all the magic bullet quick fixes. I tried the get rich quick schemes. I tried positive affirmations. I even tried meditation and couldn't bear to sit there for the 2 minutes that I'd set my timer for because my mind was freaking out that I was wasting so much time when I was already feeling so overwhelmed with everything that I had to do. With my health, I got off gluten, dairy, sugar, and a few other things. And I'd find that I'd improve for a bit, but then the same old symptoms would return. And then I realized some major patterns with my clients and also with myself. Some clients got massive results and others didn't. And I got super curious about what made the difference because, of course, it was so important to me that all of my clients were getting great results. And as well for myself, I wanted to figure it out. And so over time, I realized the 5 things that gave my clients and myself the biggest outcomes and that resulted in consistent long-term changes that created vibrant health, energy, and focus. And that's exactly what I'm excited to share here with you today. These 5 shifts have taken myself personally from being completely burnout, when my brain fog was so bad that I could barely function, to completely stepping into my health, passion, focus, and confidence, and not only to continue and grow my very healthy 6-figure business, but also completing 7 triathlons and recently completing my first 42K marathon walk, and being proud of how I show up each day as a mum for my girls who are now aged 18 and 20, and being able to attract my soulmate relationship. The more I brought these 5 steps into my coaching practice with my clients, I saw immediate shifts from week to week with incredible results. So the bottom line is this: there are 5 key shifts that you must make in order to take yourself from feeling burnt out and drained to totally crushing it again with passion, energy, and total focus for your business or career and showing up as the best version of you. I'm going to walk you through all 5 of them on this session. So, number 1 is listening to your body. Now, I know you absolutely want to get into the actual strategies. However, without this, honestly, nothing else matters. The number 1 reason why you are feeling overwhelmed, fatigued, and burnout is because you've learned to ignore how you really feel and what your body is really trying to tell you. Your body is the messenger for your soul. It is constantly giving you feedback of what needs to shift or change emotionally, mentally, or physically within your life in order to be happy, abundant, and sustainable in the world. The messages from your body will just get louder and louder until you pay attention and listen. In our society, productivity has been the cornerstone of how we typically perceive our value, by how much we get done in a day. It has almost everyone pushing and striving, inducing daily stress from a place of fear, lack, and scarcity. Not to mention all the ways that we're indoctrinated to believe that we need to be superwoman or we're not enough. We've taken on so many unconscious beliefs about who we are and what we need to do in order to be loved, accepted, fit in, and belong, that we are no longer living true to our core essence. And when we take action from an energy of stress, rushing, or feeling that we're not enough, it always causes resistance in the body. It comes from feeling that you're obligated, that you have to, you need to, you should, or you must. And it will have you feeling that you have to push, strive, and motivate yourself in order to get everything done, in order to feel that you are enough. And that's what keeps you on the hamster wheel. Pretending that you're okay is just like putting a smiley face sticker on top of the empty fuel gauge in your car. Being a great role model means taking care of you first. Your children and loved ones are watching you every single day. You cannot sustainably give from an empty bucket, and your body is letting you know that. Burnout is on the rise, and it's a real syndrome of chronic stress which has not been successfully managed. As many as 1 million people per day miss work because of stress, not realizing that the larger and long-term consequences for their health, income, and families by not choosing to deal with this stress. Things will continue to spiral with negativity, anger, and irritability. And let's face it, it is so much harder to focus and be productive when you're exhausted. This massively impacts our work quality and creates damaging situations in relationships. When this shift is made, you will notice your positive influence on those around you. You'll be clear-minded and know exactly what your true priorities are, getting more done in a day with seemingly less effort. You will glow from the true confidence and self-belief that comes from having vibrant health and loving who you are and how you're showing up. You will no longer be living in fear of not being enough. You will reclaim your inner power and be a magnet for what you want rather than exhausting yourself, striving and pushing every day. This is my beautiful client, Kerry. And before Kerry worked with me, she was experiencing severe symptoms from fibromyalgia, complex PTSD, burnout, and stress. She often had to take many days off work. And when she had a flare up, she felt extremely fatigued and exhausted majority of the time. She was on a high level of medication. She found it difficult to exercise as it often triggered major flare ups and severe pain with the fibromyalgia. She was tired and exhausted, and she felt that she tried absolutely everything over the years and nothing had worked. This was impacting her everyday happiness and particularly her ability to be able to enjoy her life and have the energy for her loved ones. After working with me, Kerry's fibromyalgia symptoms had reduced by up to 80%. She's also lost 12 kilos in the first 8 weeks. She was no longer taking any of her medication, and she couldn't believe how energetic, healthy, and vibrant that she felt. She now absolutely understands how unresolved emotions and past traumas were impacting her body, and now knows how to clear these emotions, traumas, and beliefs and support her body back to continued improvement with her health, energy, and her personal happiness and well-being. So, number 2 is letting go of over responsibility. In order to overcome burnout, stress, and anxiety, you will need to let go of feeling overly responsible for everyone in your world in order to take radical self responsibility for your own life and your current levels of energy and your well being. This is a huge one for so many women and can be very challenging to let go of. And this may even trigger you a little bit. With a big, caring, and sensitive heart, it can be often so difficult to say no and to let go of trying to be there for everyone all of the time. It's really learning about how to empower others to take responsibility for themselves instead of you jumping in and being the fixer rescuer. There's a few deeper reasons as to why women take on this extra responsibility. It can be due to our own level of sensitivity and level of empathy for what loved ones and people in our lives are experiencing, and genuinely just wanting to make a difference. And whilst I support that wholeheartedly, you must be aware that this can also lead to being under responsible for your own personal well-being, health, happiness, and what you desire to have, create, be, and do in your own life. And if you're burnout, I know that this will be a big one for you. There are 3 reasons why it's so difficult to let go of over responsibility for others. Majority of women never want to be seen as selfish and therefore always put their own needs last and take care of everyone else first. Your needs are just as important as everyone else's. Taking radical responsibility of your own health and well-being and letting go of being overly responsible for others is not a selfish or uncaring act. It's actually the most loving thing that you can do for your relationships, and it empowers others to take greater self-responsibility for their own lives. Secondly, being overly responsible gives the illusion of maintaining control. A woman's highest need is to feel safe, certain, and secure. And one of the ways that we attempt to meet this need for control, security, and safety is by taking responsibility for everyone and everything in our life. However, it is just not sustainable in any way, shape, or form. It often makes it difficult to delegate, or it can feel that you're the only one that can take care of things in a way that it really needs to be done. This is even more heightened if you're fearful of your child's well-being or you've experienced a high level of trauma in your life. Thirdly, it can be a way of maintaining a sense of power or value. If we make ourselves indispensable, it's a way that unconsciously we may be attempting to feel valued, needed, and wanted. Underneath, this is an unconscious self-worth and self-value issue. So we can find it really difficult to let go of being a people pleaser and desiring to have approval or validation from others. By being seen as the responsible one or the one that always takes care of things, it can be a way that we're unconsciously attempting to meet that need for approval, validation, or appreciation. However, when we're left with little or no thanks or appreciation from those around us, that's when the resentment can really set in and we feel even more devalued. And this is a harsh, but often very true reflection of all the ways that we are not loving or valuing ourselves. By letting go of being overly responsible for others and taking radical self responsibility, it does not mean that you don't care or don't love others. In fact, it's the most loving thing that you can do as you role model self love and self care. You empower others to also do that for themselves. You will feel so excited and in control of your life again. You will feel boundless energy return to your system as you refill your bucket. Your relationship dynamics will shift to being healthy and truly supportive. And your world will begin to reflect more and more of your own self-value and self-love. You will no longer be looking for validation and approval from others because you will know how to give it to yourself. You will be designing and creating a life that truly fulfills you and lights your heart up. And you will be aligned with your soul, living your truth and your purpose. When Rebecca initially contacted me, she was totally exhausted and feeling so frustrated, angry, and resentful at everyone else for the pressure and expectation of what she thought that they needed and wanted her to do. She was working absolutely crazy hours at her work, bending over backwards to make sure every single thing was taken care of. She felt constant pressure from those around her and believed that she always needed to be there. She felt she could never say no, and it was just a given that she would be the one that needed to help everyone. She was experiencing a huge degree of pain in her lower back, and she felt so low in herself and completely depleted and burnt out. Rebecca was so excited to finally learn how to free herself from the hamster wheel by changing these deeply held beliefs, certainly about responsibility, through a particular process, and also learn how to communicate more effectively about her own needs with her loved ones. She saw that by role modeling self-care and self-love, that it was empowering them, but also her back pain improved dramatically. And a few months later, she realized that she was no longer experiencing the sharp pain in her right side at nighttime. Her energy and happiness has improved, and she's followed through on making some huge changes financially and finishing projects that she had procrastinated on for 2 or more years. Suffice to say, she was pretty excited. So, number 3 is using the secret power. The manifesting matrix is the most powerful way to align yourself with the law of attraction, regain your health, energy, and passion for life, and to align with all of your greatest dreams, including having that incredible intimate relationship. And it does all of these things while giving you back your time. The old way, All we needed to do was work harder and longer hours and try to motivate ourselves to get things done. Attempt to control everything and everyone to get the outcomes. Be overly responsible for making sure everyone's happy. Push even harder and force things to happen when it feels like they're not going to happen. Keep going no matter what. Drink caffeine all day to keep you awake. Sacrifice your mental and emotional health. Drink alcohol at nighttime to finally relax you enough to sleep or to numb your emotions. Miss vacations, fun, and adventure. Sacrifice your relationship with your loved ones and have no time to take care of yourself or your health. This is literally crossing your fingers and praying that you won't burn out, just trying to survive the day. With the manifesting matrix, this is about number one, clarifying your goals, using the manifesting matrix, taking aligned action, and celebrating your success. Being in a powerful and confident physical, emotional, and mental state is the key to unleashing unlimited potential and creative energy for you to not only feel amazing and experience incredible health and well-being for life, but it also helps you totally with aligning you with flow to create and receive all of your greatest dreams and goals. And the first step to this is to restore your physical health. This is using very specific functional testing to repair your body, restore your nervous system, and create biochemical balance. So many people just end up throwing supplements at their body, hoping and praying that it's going to work or it's going to help themselves feel better, knowing exactly what your body needs in order to restore your physical health is absolutely vital. Mastering your emotions is about being able to create any desired emotion, regardless of circumstances, to lead yourself and your loved ones, and perhaps if you've got a team, in a powerful and positive and confident way. Mastering your emotions is how essentially we align ourselves very effectively with the law of attraction. So it's absolutely critical. Overcoming your blocks and integrating a powerful, unstoppable identity that helps you to create and attract your goals by busting your limiting beliefs. Our limiting beliefs are the cause that hold us back and create a reality that perhaps we don't want to be creating. So, really understanding, knowing how to release and clear limiting beliefs and embrace empowering beliefs is an absolute core essential in the manifesting matrix. So, does this make sense? Quantum physics has proven again and again that you will create the results in your life based on how you feel emotionally and what you believe to be true. When we're experiencing fear, stress, and anxiety, we will continue to attract more and more fear and lack in our business or career, in our relationships, in our money, and most certainly in our physical body. Where there is disharmony emotionally, it cannot help but reflect out externally. Most busy and dedicated women are working way too hard without understanding how they are actually derailing, sabotaging, and minimizing their results and their full potential, and how their exhaustion is amplifying this even further because it's so hard to feel good when we're exhausted. Applying the manifestation matrix and aligning your beliefs, energy, and emotions with your goals is the most powerful way to radically change the results you're getting, regardless of the strategy that you're using. And when Helen first came to see me, she was suffering from chronic health issues that were inhibiting her mobility. She felt burnt out, overly responsible for many people in her life. She was exhausted, overwhelmed, and had an extremely vicious inner critic that was eating away at her self esteem, inner confidence, and her health. Even though she appeared confident to others, inside, she was really doubting herself and believed that she had to keep going no matter what and just had to keep pushing. She was initially surprised by just how low some of her functional testing levels actually were with her health and just how burnt out she actually was. But after discovering exactly what she needed to help her body heal and recover, she couldn't believe how much better she felt and how much more energy she had. By learning how to change and shift her emotions, she was able to let go of attempting to control things. She learned exactly how the law of attraction is actually really the law of reflection, and how her negative feelings at times had unconsciously been sabotaging her goals. She discovered how to overcome her limiting thoughts and to step into greater awareness, creating greater alignment and results in her life. And this not only helped her experience so much more joy, but also contributed to greater levels of abundance in all areas of her life, especially with her online business. She hit new levels of income month after month. And she is so happy that her health, prosperity, and relationships have changed in such a positive way. Your habitual emotions literally dictate the quality of your health and your life, and will align you in a powerful way with the law of attraction. So, just a quick recap on what we've spoken about so far. Number one is listen to your body. Your body is the messenger for your soul. It is constantly giving you feedback of what needs to shift or change, emotionally, mentally, or physically within your life in order to be happy, abundant, and sustainable. Number two, let go of over responsibility. By letting go of over responsibility for others, you are no longer enabling their disempowerment or stepping in to be the fixer rescuer, and you no longer live in anger or resentment of continually needing to pick up the pieces for others. Number three, the manifesting matrix is the key to creating and attracting the results that you desire in life. This will naturally bring your body back into balance and create greater and greater results in your life, relationships, and business with less effort. And next, let's talk about unleashing your energy with living your truth. Authenticity can be an overused word in today's world. However, it is one that is so important to understand when it comes to burnout. Through being socialized as children, we're often taught to ignore or dismiss how we really feel or what we really want. And we learn to please others in order to fit in, belong, and be accepted, and to receive the love, the validation, and approval that we genuinely need and desire as a young child. We are neurologically hardwired to fit in and belong because our very base survival depends on it. Repressing and suppressing our true feelings and our true needs, wants, and desires takes tremendous energy. It is so exhausting and creates a huge amount of internal pressure from everything feeling so bottled up. This can end up as a big explosion or implosion. Internalized anger can eventually turn cancerous in our body. And that's why this is so essential and so important to be aware of. It's also a major cause of burnout, pretending and trying to be someone or something that we are essentially not. It's one of the most draining things that we can do to ourselves simply because it takes so much energy. When we are not living our own personal truth, or we are hiding aspects of who we really are because of our fears of being rejected, we end up slipping into powerlessness and even sometimes a sense of depression. Not to mention, extreme anxiety can be at play with so many repressed emotions. We may not even be aware of our own personal boundaries of what is or isn't okay because you've suppressed your feelings for so long. And with that being the case, you may end up feeling used, or that you've overgiven, or someone has not respected your time. Our relationships can feel hollow and empty, and we can feel misunderstood and a deep sense of loneliness because, in truth, they're actually not based on the full expression of who you really are. We can end up feeling continually disappointed, especially if we've not been able to firstly identify our own needs, and secondly, have the courage or the ability to express them in a way that can truly be heard by those around us. Our health suffers massively because there's so much energy that goes into creating and upholding a mask or pretending that we're okay when underneath we're not. There's a very real and personal cost to our health and finances with any coping mechanism, such as drinking, smoking, gambling, shopping, emotionally eating, etc. When you align yourself with who you really are, life gets much easier and so much more fun. You will automatically attract people into your life who truly get you and understand you. You will feel empowered by those around you supporting you to live your greatest life and to follow your dreams. You'll feel an incredibly deep peace and soul deep joy that perhaps you've never experienced before. Life will feel free and full of endless possibilities for you to embrace and open up to. Coping mechanisms will drop away as you embrace, accept, and fall in love with your authentic self, and your relationships will be deep, meaningful, and authentic. And you will unleash a true inner power and confidence and the full feeling of alignment that life brings you when you own your inner truth. When Lisa first approached me to work with her, she wanted to double her income. She was working as much as she possibly could whenever her clients wanted her to in an attempt to meet her income goal. She was not being true to herself and what she truly wanted, as it meant time away from the family that she loved, missing important meal times and her kids' milestones, and working on weekends and evenings. She felt burnout, resentful, and annoyed at her clients and business. We adjusted her hours, and in a few short months, she doubled her income and was working less hours. As Lisa stepped into greater and greater authenticity, she also realized that she had been drinking to avoid a deeper truth about her life and to numb the pain that she was feeling. With new awareness and with so much courage, she has totally transformed her life. She has met her soulmate partner. She's bought her dream home, created a business that she truly loves, and that also gives her the freedom to show up as the mum and the partner that she wants to be. If you are not being 100% true to what is right for you, not only will you deplete and exhaust your own energy, you will be sabotaging yourself and minimizing the true joy, vitality, happiness, and abundance that is totally available for you. And our last shift is invest in mentoring. One of the biggest challenges that perpetuate burnout is that so many women find it so difficult to ask for and receive help. But even more than this, we can have so many unconscious blind spots that we don't even realize what's happening or that things actually can be different for us. Your beliefs, thoughts, and feelings create your world. Whatever you believe will be true for you in every aspect of life. Therefore, would you really leave your health to chance, hoping and wishing that it would change, given that you are already burnt out and exhausted from many of your unconscious internalized beliefs? Trying to push and motivate yourself to change will not work. It will only deplete your system further. Pushing yourself is just like someone standing behind you with their hands on your back. What is your natural inclination in response to that? It's to push back, right? Like, this is what creates resistance and makes it so difficult and exhausting to move forward, because you have different aspects of yourself fighting yourself. We can all have good intentions and have an idea that we'd like to change something, but the truth is life happens and things get in the way, and especially even more so when we're already burnt out and exhausted. Your health and your life is the way it is right now because of the beliefs you've had and the choices you've made based on those unconscious beliefs. It's about discovering a new mindset, a new way of thinking. It's about total alignment within yourself that inspires you into aligned actions and creating the changes that you truly desire. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. We cannot solve our problems with the same level of thinking that created them. For things to change, you have to change internally first, and then your outer world will begin to reflect that. Without your health, it's impossible to do anything. This problem is not going away. Burnout exacerbates with time and affects more and more of your metabolic processes, leading to greater weight gain, increased lethargy, autoimmune diseases, and chronic inflammation leading to many other diseases. Accountability alone increases your chance of succeeding by up to an astounding 95%. Having someone who is further down the path is a blessing. They give you the benefit of anticipating the challenges and the knowledge to overcome the obstacles. They know exactly what is required, both in mindset and logical strategical actions, to make the shifts required to create the changes that you desire. It's why I've also invested over 270,000 personally in my own mentoring courses and education. Working with a team that takes you by the hand and supports you every step of the way through the overwhelm and guides you to clarity is imperative for transformation to occur. You want to be absolutely certain that you're working with a team of professionals that know exactly what you're experiencing, what the real root cause is, and are able to skillfully guide you back to full health with the exact knowledge and support that you need. A huge reason why women burn out is that they are so used to being the caregiver that it's often not until they are completely depleted to the point of very serious ill health that they realize something has to change. Please do not let yourself get to that point. Valuing yourself enough to receive help is essential to restoring optimal health, passion, and energy. So, today I promised a step-by-step strategy to restore your long-term health, passion, and energy. So you've absolutely got lasting and sustainable energy to be an amazing mum, be the best version of you, grow your income, and have outstanding relationships. Being able to live a full life as a mum, partner, and be successful in your career without the burnout, stress, and anxiety. Work less hours and get more done in a way that you feel accomplished and fulfilled each day. Lead and positively influence those around you, including your children, effectively and congruently, creating vibrant health and clear-minded thinking to make decisions with absolute clarity. Experiencing deep quality, restorative sleep, and wake up with energy, bouncing out of bed with a passion and excitement for life again. Increasing your confidence and self belief, and having greater intimacy, libido, connection, and happiness in your intimate relationship. Spending more time with the people that you love and care about, having fun and laughing again. So, just to sum up real quick, here's what you need to win. Number one, listen to your body. Number two, let go of over responsibility. Number three, use the secret power, the manifesting matrix. Number four, live your truth. Number five, invest in mentoring. These 5 shifts alone are enough to restore your long-term health, passion, and energy to truly be the mum that you want to be the best version of yourself, grow your business and income or your career, and have outstanding relationships, and to supercharge your life again. So now you have a choice. You can take everything that I've given you today and you can forget all about it. You can keep struggling, stressing, burning out, feeling overly responsible for everyone else, being unsure of what nutrition that you really need to heal your physical health, or worse, still sitting in brain fog, confusion, and watching things spiral further out of control, ignoring how you really feel. And when you're truly exhausted, seeing that look of worry on your kids or your partner's face as they see you struggling and not knowing how to get off that hamster wheel. Or if you want to massively improve your health, restore your passion, your focus, your energy, and feel your confidence soar again, showing up, being the best version of you, loving who you are, and taking amazing care of yourself, and being the mum that you always dreamed that you would be, having fun, chemistry, and passion in your relationship again, and being a powerful and positive leader and role model, influencing the health and well-being of your team and also your loved ones. Laughing and having so much fun and feeling alive and joyful, being able to truly create the income that sets you free. Then here's what I have for you. My team and I have set aside some time over the next 48 hours to speak with you personally about how you can apply these ideas in your life starting today. Whatever your biggest challenges are, we've seen it and we know how to overcome it. We will be gifting you a 45-minute session of optimized time to work out what is the best step-by-step game plan in order for you to overcome burnout and stress and restore your health and supercharge your life again. And so on this session, this is what we're going to be diving into. We're going to figure out exactly where your health is currently. What is the biggest root cause of your health issues? And for many people, this actually shows up as an emotional or mental belief and often can be because of unresolved traumas that continue an ongoing pattern of pain until this is healed and resolved. So getting to the root cause of exactly what that is for you will be imperative for your health. And lastly, how you can begin to heal those issues to restore your full health, to show up and be the best version of you. And the cost is absolutely free. So this is not for everyone. This is the catch. It is only for people that are committed, self-responsible, and decisive. For women that truly want to be the best version of themselves, to inspire and be a positive influence to others around them. They must be coachable and implement the strategies that will achieve their outcomes. And showing up being prepared and ready to fully resolve this issue. So if that's you, book a call with us now. Why we're doing this? We do this because we believe that women are powerful influencers in today's world, and our daughters will also one day become mums. And of course, they're watching us every single day. It is my very own soul's purpose and passion to help others and to give back, and to help women to always know their true worth, their gifts, and the vital and unique role that they play in the world, and to be able to share those gifts in a sustainable way. I also know that you may want our help to transform your own health, passion, and energy. And if so, we can discuss it and see if it's a super aligned fit for both of us. And if not, that's 100% totally okay too. So if you want to book that call with us, go to www.thriveovercomeburnout.com/apply. You can click on the button on the side of the webinar. Spaces are limited, so sign up now. And when you click that button, you'll be taken to the calendar page. You'll see all of the available appointment times. Grab whichever one works for you. And after that, you'll be taken to a really short application page, like 5 or 6 questions. Fill it in really quickly, and we will jump on the call with you at the appointment time that you picked. And it's going to be the best hour that you ever spent working on your health. So go to www.thriveovercomeburnout.com/apply, and we will speak to you very soon. So just wanted to share one other thing with you before I take off. And this is the story of my client, Angie. And when she came to see me, she was distraught. She was constantly battling with negative self-talk. It didn't seem to matter how much she was doing in a day for her business or her family. She felt like it was never enough. She was stretched beyond limits with the amount she put on her shoulders to do each day. And she often had such strong emotions that she felt unable to be productive. She was living on coffee and consuming foods that constantly exacerbated her IBS symptoms. She was exhausted and she honestly felt like she had nothing left. After she started working with me, she has since learned how to master her thoughts and feelings and show up for herself and her family in a way that is truly in line with her heart and truest self. Her days are filled with more and more gratitude. She's been able to stand in her own power as a mum and be a strong advocate and a calming influence for her child with extrasensory needs. She's improved her health and well-being so much that green smoothies are just a natural part of her day, and she just loves them because they make her feel so good. Her online business has skyrocketed, and she's been able to embrace and accept more help from others around her and actually hire the extra help needed in order to not burn herself out in the process of doing it all. Only a few weeks ago, she mentioned that for the first time ever, her internal dialogue was one of support, encouragement, and comfort. And for her, that was the best feeling ever. And in the last month, she's also had her biggest month in revenue in her business. So I think it's slightly correlated. But listen, it's been great talking to you. Go to www.thriveovercomeburnout.com/apply, and I'll speak with you very soon. Bye for now.